You boot up Minecraft on your potato PC, crank all the settings, and still sit there at 25 to 30 FPS. By the end of this video, you'll build a lightweight fabric setup that boosts your FPS and makes the game look good, even on a weak PC. One solid foundation, a couple of mods, shaders for potatoes, and resource packs you'll install yourself step by step. If you're still running pure vanilla, it makes more sense to start with raw performance, not with visuals. I already have a separate video where I break down basic optimization for normal PCs, which mods actually give you FPS. Link is in the description. If you're into squeezing the max out of a low-end PC, you can subscribe ahead of time. I'll keep this series going and move on to more hardcore mod packs. I've got an old rig, NVIDIA 1060. We'll build a setup for it later. I'm not repeating the same lecture here. This video is a layer on top for when you already have decent FPS and want the game to look normal, not like a 2011 tech demo. If you skip that step and rush straight into visuals, even this setup will slam into lag. To avoid building a Frankenstein out of 15 random mods, we start with a single foundation, the fabulously optimized mod pack on Fabric. The pack already includes sodium, lithium, starlight, iris, and a bunch of smaller tweaks. Everything that handles FPS, lighting, and world loading is bundled into one mod pack. It plays nicely with shaders, so you don't have to suffer with OptiFine. You install FO, pick its profile, and then just toss on lightweight mods, shaders, and resource packs. So first, we install the pack FO, and only after that, the lightweight mods from this video. No OptiFine on top of sodium, and no trash heap of random packs thrown into one folder. Next up are a few mods that make sense to add on top of FO, so I don't repeat the previous video, and don't turn this into a phone book of mods. Immediately fast speeds up the interface, and GUI rendering, menus, inventory, signs, and any overlays open noticeably faster, and the game stutters less when you're constantly clicking around the UI. Memory leak fix fixes memory leaks that make the client choke your system during long sessions. Instead of turning into a swamp after a couple of hours, the game stays roughly at the same smoothness level. Dynamic FPS cuts FPS and load when the game is minimized or paused. Your laptop stops heating up and screaming with fans while you're in a browser watching videos or just left the game on pause. Stutter fix helps smooth out micro stutters. The game stops freezing for split seconds when Minecraft suddenly loads something heavy on a single thread, which used to jerk the camera even at a good average FPS. FO gives you a base FPS boost, and these mods finish off everything vanilla keeps breaking: long play sessions, background running, memory leaks, and random micro stutters. Now, shaders. That's where 90% of people kill their FPS, because they just download the first pretty preset they see, turn everything to ultra, and then wonder why Minecraft turned into a slideshow again. To avoid that, I'll split shaders into two tiers for very weak PCs, for weak and medium ones, and give you a simple rule for testing them without murdering your game. Tier 1, True Potato. You can try these even on old laptops and Office PCs that barely handle vanilla. Stracciatella shader is almost a vanilla look, but with softer lighting and neat shadows. The game feels a bit nicer, not heavier. Vanilla Enhanced shader deepens the lighting and adds shadows while keeping the classic style. Perfect if you want the same Minecraft, just cleaner. I like vanilla. Shader adds light fog, volumetric light, and nicer water without heavy effects. The world feels more atmospheric, but doesn't turn into a cinematic that shreds your FPS. Simply upscaled removes that blurry feel. The image gets sharper and cleaner without extra visual clutter. Blocky shader emphasizes the blockiness of the world and gives soft shadows and light without trying to turn Minecraft into a realistic shooter. For weak hardware, this is about as safe as it gets. Tier 2, weak, mid-range PC. If your hardware is a bit more alive and you're ready to trade some FPS for visuals, you move up to Tier 2. Amethyst shader gives deeper shadows and volumetric light, so caves and sunsets look way more dramatic. BVS up lighting, shadows, and water, making the world feel denser and more put together without feeling overloaded. Dr. Destin's shader on minimal presets still gives lively light and shadows. It's a way to feel a real shader without dropping your FPS to 0. Light/light shaders are a set of lightweight presets with improved light and shadows made for low-end hardware. You see a clear visual upgrade without brutal drops. Mellow shader makes the picture softer and more pastel, adding pleasant lighting and atmosphere when the overall vibe matters more than tiny details. Miniature shader boosts depth and color so it feels like you're looking at a neat miniature of the world while still staying in the weak/mid-range PC zone. There's one simple rule. With any shader, you first turn on a light preset, run through your usual spots, base, nether, caves, and only if the FPS still feels alive do you start bumping the quality up step by step. If at some step the game turns into a slideshow again, you roll back to the previous preset and leave it there. If after these tiers you finally manage to make the game pretty without killing your FPS, you can just drop a like on this video. It's seconds for you, and for me it's a signal that these breakdowns are worth continuing. A lot of people after the optimization video asked about my visual setup. Make sure to watch that one if you want to 100% optimize your Minecraft. In reality, most of the visuals come from resource packs, not shaders, so I'll put together a few clear presets. In this part, I've put together 3 basic presets for different goals, but everyone has their own taste and their own PC. Drop a comment with what hardware you have and which packs survived all your tests. Later we can build another setup out of your picks. Minimal changes, maximum FPS. This set is for those who care about readability and a clean interface. Fresh animation reworks mob animations and makes them feel more alive. Detailed animation, reworked, smooths the animations of your character and other players. More mob variants, FA, adds lots of visual variants for mobs. Better icons and shiny heart. Refresh the heart, armor, hunger, and effect icons. GUI retextured, redraws the interface in a more pleasant style. Better click sound, changes the click sound. This setup barely touches blocks and the world itself, so it almost doesn't affect FPS. Pretty vanilla world. Here we gently tweak the environment and blocks. Simple lower grass sides and simple grass flowers make grass blocks and grass cleaner and more varied. Cubic sun moon replaces the round sun and moon with cubic versions. Bedrock water gives water different colors in different biomes. Freshly detailed refreshes item textures. Fine armory reworks armor and adds more depth. Os, colorful cobblestone, and os, colorful grasses add more variety to cobblestone and grass. Sally's enhanced vanilla connects textures, makes leaves fluffier, and improves plants and wood. Remodeled cactus and better bamboo. The world stays recognizable but looks noticeably richer. Mobs, and atmosphere. This setup hits the liveliness of the world and how combat feels. Drody's Villagers completely overhauls villages with new skins and biome-based variants. Drody's Pillagers and Drody's Blazes rework pillagers and blazes, making them look more dangerous. Boss refreshed updates bosses, including the Ender Dragon and the Warden. Ender Eyes makes Eyes of Ender blink both in the portal and in your hand. Fancy Crops makes crops lusher and more diverse. Better Flame. Particles refreshes fire particles. Axolotl bucket variants and cubish bucket change the look of buckets and what's inside them. Sky's title screen changes the main menu background. 3D amethyst bottles, item icons and spawn eggs turn amethyst bottles, block icons, and spawn eggs into neat 3D with updated textures. And once this video hits 300 likes, I'll pack everything you saw into a ready-to-use pack and upload it.